I want to talk about Punjab and the way they came apart really in this match. It was almost impossible, of course, for them to try and qualify for the playoffs. But the way that they lost this match, the way that their batting came apart in the initial stages, it was disappointing really to see from a team that began IPL 2018 so well. Ajayji?
Yeah, absolutely, you're right. And I think also the big worry for them was, had they chased yesterday, things would have been very different. You know, once you're batting first, you're not very sure exactly what a good score is going to be. I know the best of stars for them. They lost the men in form very early, 16 for 3, struggling. And also the surface out there at Pune, you know, the ball was doing a bit as if Nagiri was bowling on a Durban wicket. The ball was just flying around, getting a lot of movement. So things were really difficult for them. And yes, 153 wasn't a big score, probably 25-30 runs short Punjab. So it was a struggle for them. And the big thing also, you know, a few positives for them yesterday. Karun Nair, the way he batted, Ankit Rajput was very special. But overall, you know, they would be very disappointed the way they have progressed into the tournament, because they started off in blazing fashion, winning games, but suddenly there was a slide, and that would be the most disappointing fact for them.
Hemantji, where did it all go wrong, you think, for Punjab? What was really the big turning point? Because they were doing so well, and then there was that break of about 6 to 7 days, and then it was all downhill for them.
I think they peaked a little early. Let's be very honest. 6 games, one loss, 5 wins, and then 6 games, 1 win and 5 losses. That just shows one thing, that they peaked a little early. I don't think a lot of strategy that they decided in the middle, like shuffling the batting order, getting R. Ashwin to bat number 3, is no way a pinch hitter by any standards. He's a decent batsman, that's about it. Things like that, I think, worked for them, you know, or rather worked against them. And I think they should have basically stuck to the basics, because cricket is all about sticking to the basics. Ask any former cricketer who's played international cricket at whatever level, he will tell you only one thing: stick to the basics, you'll be fine. So I think somewhere down the line they peaked early, and to me, I think that really went wrong. And once things start really going down, you know, they just don't put their head up and start coming up again. So I guess it's a spiral which they got, caught into.
Right. You're right. And I also felt that, Akash, that 1 week break, you know, because the momentum was with them. You know, that 1 week break, you're doing well, you want to carry out the momentum, that really made a big impact on them. Because after that, it was a different, you know, ball game for the Punjab side. The middle order wasn't clicking for them. Yes, Rahul did well in a few matches. Andrew Tye was bowling well. But overall, as a combination, that wasn't working out for the Punjab side.
You know, gentlemen, for the benefit of our viewers, one thing that I would like to explain to them is, how does this thing work? When, Hemantji, you say that they peaked too early. Yeah. Now, we have a team also like, say, Hyderabad, who started winning from the beginning of IPL 2018. Chennai was doing very well from the very beginning, and yet they still managed to maintain that momentum, as opposed to, say, a team like Punjab. What was the big difference? Was it personnel? Was it conditions? Was it the way they approached games? What was the big difference?
I think the combination of everything. For example, if you look at the Punjab batting lineup, basically dependent on only one cricketer, one batsman. I mean, on an average. KL Rahul, that's about it. Whereas as far as SRH is concerned, you've got a couple of players, not just Williamson, you have a Shikhar Dhawan, you've got a very good bowling attack. At least the first part of the IPL, we saw that the bowlers, they were defending low total. So I guess a combination of a good captain, a good, a backup team, you know, the coaches, batting, bowling, general coaches, whatever. And at the end of the day, I think it's about motivation, and that's what matters a lot. But don't forget that SRH also, towards the end of the league, started losing games. So maybe this is the time they probably, SRH, not just SRH, but even CSK, if you forget yesterday's match. Right. So the point is that, in my opinion, no team in this competition has really peaked fully. I thought Kings 11 Punjab probably did give it their best shot in the first 6 games. The next 6, as Ajay bhai rightly said, maybe the break made a difference. I don't know what happened, but it just looked like going down, and it never really came up.
And also, Kash, you know, you remember that game against RCB? They were bundled off for 88. Now, the net run rate was really a disaster for them. You know, it fell down. And also the morale of the team, once you're bundled out as a batting unit for just 88 runs, that morale is affected, that morale is dented. And after that, to recover is not easy. You know, the few matches, they couldn't recover, a few odd good performances, Rahul was exceptional. But overall, you know, as a combination, the middle order was always struggling. They tried a few options, people like Manoj Tiwari, Yuvraj Singh, Aaron Finch as well. But really, you know, as a group, they didn't really get too many runs on the board.
Right.